Go.
Hi guys. Okay, so with the hospital trip that I had earlier this week and everything, I kind of figured I better show you what's in my bag. So, this I use for my comfort bag. It's very interesting for me to have this one because I put it inside this larger bag. So, first off, in my comfort bag, I have my sugar that has been coming out of the container, but still in a plastic bag, so it's all good. I have sugar so I can make my own coffee. Then I have coffee and tea. And of course, I do have sleepy time tea in here because of the fact that they never give you any type of tea in the hospital that can put you to sleep. So I always carry my own. Then, of course, I have to have a cord for my phone. And then I have a extra plug because in my other bag, I carry the spare cord that goes to this plug. I always carry deodorant, and this is the 40, yeah, it's 24-hour protection, this one is. Then I bring my own body wash, because I don't like their body wash. I have an eye roller, because my eyes end up looking black every night, so I have my own eye roller I bring. Hairbrush with a hair tie. Chapstick. Makeup compact, and it does have a mirror in it, so that I can not have to worry, because some of the trays do not have mirrors anymore. And, okay, it was just the one piece was rattling around. Okay. And then, of course, I have a deck of playing cards, always very important. Then I have my gel stuff for my pain. I usually use this on my hands mainly because of the fact that my hands are the most painful part. So I always carry that with. And then, of course, I have to have a spare cloth mask for me because it gets pretty bad when I can get sick from, like, almost anything. Right? So then this goes into my bigger bag. And then what else hangs out loose in my big bag is my umbrella that's in a bag, so that if it's wet, I can put it back in this bag and put it in my big bag and not have to worry. Spare ace bandage, constantly have one floating around. Gloves, these ones have the fingertips that I can use them on my phone still with the special fingertips. You'll notice a pattern later on with those. I do have two of these batteries. I have one that's metal from Avon, and then this one I think was from Best Buy. I'm just charging it up right now. Okay, and then in this as well, I have my medical binder. Totally heavy, but going to be reorganizing this, so bear with me because I do actually have to put in the stuff from my last visit. So, according to what I have on the paperwork right now, my last visit to the University of Penn was the 20th. This was the write-up for my diagnosis for me being told that I have ehlers-danlos. So I carry that with me all the time, those case notes. Then I have notification from my insurance company explaining that I have to have scripts that they're only good for 30 days when I get them for my physical therapy. And then I have a copy of stuff for the MRI. Even though I already got it done, I still keep a copy of what I had done with me. And then I have more case notes with it. The diagnosis from radiology about my elbow. And then, let's see, I have ER visit stuff where they tried to tell me I had tennis elbow, instead of telling me that, ehlers-danlos, it can dislocate, it happens. And then I have, like, tons of other stuff, mainly stacked, unfortunately, because I have to get folders. Now, this last visit, I actually had to bring my old labs, which, as you can tell from the yellow paging, they're really old. I had these done at Quest, and let's see. Oh yeah, I was 31, so this is like over 2 years ago. So I bring those right now. now I have from them, Penn wants me to do a drink test to test my swallow, and I always mark them up top, what I need them for if they're orders. Then I also have a blood lab that I have to get done. And then I also have to make a new appointment with gastrointestinal people for my lower part of my gut. And then I have the outline of what they talked about to me. So I'm supposed to get a swallow video done and speech video done. And then the lab is supposed to be checking out my thyroid stuff as well, because in the notes from my geneticist, I'm happy that she did this. So they actually wrote down in like a grouping here, they have 6 different things for me to deal with. One is I need to get a dermatological review regarding my skin because of me having ehlers-danlos. It's very hard for my skin to heal once it's been broken. An example of that is I broke my nail somehow, thought I broke my finger, and I had to actually smooth out the front of it. I finally have new nail growing back in, but it still hurts like hell. So I have to get stuff like that taken care of. I also have to see if I have organ prolapse, which basically means that my organs don't want to stay inside me, so they bust through my stomach wall. I have to get checked out by a cardiovascular doctor again. Even though I had an echocardiogram last October, it was suggested for me to see a new cardiologist who deals with ehlers-danlos patients. The gastric doctor is the one that I saw a couple days ago. And then endocrinologist is the one that's going to be looking at my thyroid labs that were prescribed to me. So that stuff is going to get checked out all at Penn, because they seem to be the only hospital that's close to me that has some understanding of what's happening. Unfortunately, because of that, it means I'm going to be down in Philadelphia a lot, so, or at satellite offices of Penn. So then this folder goes, I have it zippered because I lose tons of stuff all the time, but then this folder goes into this bag. And this is the bag that, elbow, that Jessie carries because of how heavy it is. Now, my bag here is a little bit more simpler. So, here's my cord for my external batteries. I have dehydrated banana chips because I can suck on them and make them into like a fine powder when I chew them. I have my reusable mask that I love because I'm able to wash it and reuse it. And then, of course, I have another pair of gloves. These ones don't have the fingers, they have them chopped off right here on them, so I love them. And then I have a chip saver, migraine relief medication, raisins because I can't eat to-go food or takeaway, hand lotion. Again, my hands are like my biggest thing. And then normally I use the rest of this spot to carry another container of food or a bento box. And then I will bring, if I need to use utensils, I usually try to use chopsticks to try and make my hands work better. And then if I'm going to be there for a long time, I bring this, and this is my little eye cover, and it's in its own little sash for me. The front of my bag has important information for that, for personal stuff. I carry a straw with me, and yes, it's a little juice box straw. The reason I carry it is because of the fact that you never know when you're going to need a straw to drink with, and it helps me not to choke as much. Again, another makeup pack. another chapstick, another random hair tie, and the business card of the last doctor I saw at Penn. And then, of course, I have another hair tie, and then I actually have a sample of lipstick. So that is normally what I carry around, but if I'm going to be there long, I carry my monkey that Jesse got me. So that is what's in my bags. That is what I usually pack with when I don't have to worry about clothes. If I have to worry about clothes, it's a whole other story. But thankfully, I don't have, I'm not a tubie, so I don't have to carry things for feeding tube accessories. When it comes to getting my IVs done, they usually put a blood pressure cup on this arm and a blood pressure cup on this arm. And then I give them 3 tries. Whoever can get it in 3 tries, well, they win. But other than that, nah, I usually give them only 3 tries and then tell them to go on to the next person. I do bring my e-cigarette stuff with me, but I can't use it in the hospital. I have to use that outside of the hospital. So when I'm inside the hospital, Jesse has to get me the chewing tobacco pouches is what I use because I'm allergic to nicotine patches. So that is what's in my bag. Yeah, this is not like a big surprise for any of us who have ehlers-danlos like I do. I probably, in all honesty, I think I pack light, only having to carry 2 bags with me. But this is for, these 2 bags together is for normally what would be a 4-hour doctor, well, roughly it's an hour-long doctor's appointment and possibly like a secondary doctor's appointment after lunch. So one would be before lunch and one would be after lunch, and this is what I bring, just for 2 doctor's appointments. And that's just for my ehlers-danlos. If I'm going to, in town, if I'm going to my family doctor, they already have most of this stuff, but I still bring this with me. And then I forego bringing my bag, and I just put everything in my takeaway bag. So I pack light, but Jesse doesn't think I do, so. Alright, well, that is what is in my bag as a first year within diagnosis of an Ehlers-Danlos patient for my doctor's appointments only.